Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So there are three fighters right now ranging from 135 to 140 that are superior to every other fighter in those divisions. And that is the three kings: Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Gervonta Tank Davis, in no particular order. I think we could all agree that outside of them fighting against each other, no one else is beating them right now, which is once again what makes them superior to everyone else in those divisions. 2023 has been a culmination of the biggest fights put together ever in one year. I think this year has completely motivated all the other fighters to step their game up. And 2024 will be just as big, if not even a bigger year in the sport. Usually in the sport of boxing, it's like the Olympics, where we have to wait almost every 4 years to get super fights. That hasn't been the case this year. There is a very, very good chance that next year, we're going to get to see either Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis or Gervonta Tank Davis versus Devin Haney. Now let Bob Arum tell it. He's ready to make that fight like yesterday, Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tank Davis. He said he's just waiting on Floyd Mayweather to accept the challenge. That's pretty much what he just said.
Is the Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson fight something that we're looking at in the near future, or is this years off?
Ask Floyd. I'm sure Shakur would jump at fighting Tank because it's a big money fight. But, you know, it takes two to make a fight.
It is so ironic to hear Bob Arum say that, because this is what Bob Arum told me 7 years ago when I interviewed him.
Last question, Bob. It seems with Al Haymon in the PBC series, with them signing so many fighters, it seems like eventually it would be beneficial for you guys to collaborate and work together. Will that ever happen?
No.
So 7 years ago, Bob Arum, he was refusing to work with Al Haymon. Him and Oscar De La Hoya, they even attempted to sue Al Haymon because they were accusing Al Haymon of attempting to monopolize the sport. Well, their fears have come to fruition because that's pretty much what Al Haymon has done. All of the biggest fighters in the sport of boxing, they fight for Al Haymon right now. Manny Pacquiao actually left Top Rank to fight for Al Haymon. And then he praised Al Haymon in the PBC series as being the best promotional company he has ever worked with. Canelo Alvarez left the zone. He said the same things about Al Haymon in the PBC series. So once again, he said he would never work with Al Haymon. But Bob Arum has definitely had a change of heart, because this is what he's saying about Al Haymon today.
Don't blame the promoter. I have no problem working with Al Haymon or with Eddie Hearn in the zone. No problem at all.
As powerful as Al Haymon is today, it's almost impossible to refuse to work with Al Haymon at some point. Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, they showed that any fight can come to fruition. Any fight can be made as long as both fighters want it, regardless of what network or what promotional company they represent. Now, there's many reasons why fighters often praise Al Haymon. Another reason why they praise him is because Al Haymon often lets his fighters go to fight on other networks, just like he allowed Stephen Fulton to fight Inoue on ESPN, and he's allowing Frank Martin to fight Shakur Stevenson on ESPN as well. Now, when Bob Arum says we're waiting on Floyd Mayweather, this is something that Bob Arum used to often say when there was talks of Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao as well. Then Freddie Roach, he came out and he actually admitted, he did a roundtable, he admitted that he truly believed Bob Arum's plan was always for Manny Pacquiao to fight Floyd Mayweather all the way at the end of his career. I believe Freddie Roach's exact words were, he always wanted the Mayweather fight to be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip because I was there at this press conference, at this roundtable, and the old media reporters, they were desperately trying to coerce Freddie Roach. They were trying to coach him into saying that it was Floyd Mayweather that was ducking Manny Pacquiao. And instead, Freddie Roach, he ended up telling the reporters the truth. And he told them, the first time the fight didn't happen back in 2008, it was our fault because of the random drug testing situation. And even after Freddie Roach said that to all those reporters were still trying to get Freddie Roach to say it was Floyd Mayweather that didn't want the fight. So another reporter says something similar to that. And then Freddie Roach comes out and he says, well, I believe Bob Arum, he always wanted that to be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. He wanted that to be our last fight. So all of those reporters' plans completely blew up in their face when they did this interview. Check out this clip.
Fullness of time, when people look back in history, they will see that Pacquiao is the man that Mayweather didn't fight, rather than Pacquiao didn't get the Mayweather.
I don't think it'll come across that way. I think people will say, why didn't they fight each other? And blame both guys, to be honest with you.
To be honest with you, true words spoken.
Because the first negotiation, we were against the blood test, and it was kind of our fault that the first time it didn't work. And then we came to a point where we accepted that later on.
You guys heard what Freddie Roach said. We came to the point where we accepted the random drug testing later on. Now, the guy that was asking that question to Freddie Roach, his name is Gareth Davis. He's a complete racist. I remember when we were covering the Floyd Mayweather-Maidana rematch at the post-fight press conference, as Floyd Mayweather is speaking, this guy was standing right next to me, and he just started saying to me how, you know, Floyd Mayweather is such a terrible person. He just completely started trashing Floyd Mayweather, as if watching Floyd Mayweather win that rematch against Maidana completely boiled his blood. He personally told me he did not like Floyd Mayweather, but yet he traveled all the way from the UK to the US just to cover the fight. And coincidentally, this is the same fight that Jim Lampley, when he had his show on HBO, he came out and he said, the day that Floyd Mayweather retires cannot come soon enough. That was his reaction to Floyd Mayweather beating Maidana in the rematch. So if they felt that way when Floyd Mayweather beat Marcos Maidana, imagine how they felt about Floyd Mayweather when he beat Manny Pacquiao. So anyway, after the reporter Gareth, after he asked that question, later on in that same interview, another reporter, once again, tries his best to try to get Freddie Roach to say it's Floyd Mayweather's fault that this fight is not happening. And once again, Freddie Roach, he smacks the reporter in the face with the truth by telling him that he believes Bob Arum always wanted this to be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. Not only does Freddie Roach admit the first time the fight didn't happen in 2008, it was their fault. Now he's admitting the complete delay of the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was because of Manny Pacquiao and his team, top-ranked Bob Arum.
If he is 48-0 going to that last fight, no matter who he fights, can he finish at, 49-0? Can he go away undefeated? It's going to be a massive 2 million pay-per-view, you would think, just because of what will be riding on it. So wouldn't he be wise at that point to say, let's fight Pacquiao because now I'm going to give myself the ultimate test of finishing my career against the hardest fight?
I agree with that, and I think I'm on our side. I honestly think a little bit that Bob wants that fight to be our last fight. I think that's what Bob.
Both guys going out?
Yes, both guys. Yeah. I mean, that would be a great finish, of course, and then Peter can finish my book.
So once again, guys, Freddie Roach is talking about Bob Arum. Bob Arum is the guy that just said, we are waiting on Floyd Mayweather. It's up to Floyd Mayweather when it comes to making this fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis. But once again, guys, at the end of the day, it's going to be up to Gervonta Tank Davis, because Gervonta Tank Davis right now, he's the face of boxing. It doesn't matter. Even if Bob Arum didn't want to make the fight, if Shakur and Gervonta agree to making the fight, it would be very difficult for Bob Arum to stop the fight from happening. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if Shakur gets past Frank Martin, and Gervonta will definitely get past Isaac Pitbull Cruz in a rematch. And then I truly believe there's a very good chance we could see that fight sometime next year. I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, Visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes,
Fever blisters, diabetic ulcers.
this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com.
Like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.